Welcome. Thank you for watching this video presented by CostStoreFixtures. Questions should be emailed to CostStoreFixtures@outlook.com. This application uses the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet program. Microsoft and Excel are trademarks and property of Microsoft Corporation. A Microsoft Corporation license is required to use the Excel program. The instruction example covers foundation principles and demonstrates the process by calculating the cost of a pedestal fixture step by step. Each instruction example consists of a macro button and a cell comment. To read the text of the macro before clicking the button, hover over the cell to the right of the button and the text of the macro is displayed. Complete the instruction example to develop an understanding and proficiency at preparing a cost workup. The instructions example is on the instruction sheet. The instruction sheet is the window currently displayed. The example starts at row 157. To get to the example, click the fourth button labeled B.000 Example Cost Workup Pedestal. The focus of step 1 of the 3 steps is on the principles of this process and how to enter dimensions on the single project dimensions sheet. Example item 1.3.03. Dmns means dimensions on elevation sheets. The pedestal example is on the instruction sheet. All dimensions are entered by the user. The instructions example shows how and where to make the entries. All macros that enter dimensions begin with Dmns. The labels on the buttons that run the macros also start with Dmns. In normal use, when the user does not know how or where to enter dimensions, the process begins on the elevation pedestal sheet where the features are selected. Choose features on the elevation sheet by clicking buttons that start with Dmns and match the description of the feature. The macro will switch to the project dimension sheet cells for that feature. For example, select the button labeled Dmns S1 DOR BSE A or L LWR. This macro will prompt you to enter dimensions for dimensions, section 1, door base, all or left, lower. If your selection is not correct, return to the elevation sheet and select the correct macro button. Or enter the dimensions directly on the project dimension sheet if the correct cells are apparent. All button labels that begin with Dmns prompt you to enter dimensions. This example, 1.3.03, is completed. Continue the instructions example by clicking item 1.3.04.